Hey, this is Sky. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Go check out my website at skysworld.com for life coaching and mentoring. Have you guys ever heard of the Ching, the Book of Changes? That's this book right here. The Ching or Ching, Book of Changes. Been around for 6,000 years, not this particular copy. My dad gave me this. I haven't really read this book for many years. No actual reason, I guess I just kind of fell out of touch with it. You develop a relationship with a book like this, kind of like one does with a Bible. However, this isn't religion. This is more philosophy. There's a particular way you can do it. You can just open the book and read it from anywhere and skip over the hassle of doing coins. Thousands of years ago, they would do sticks, and I've heard they would use pieces of turtle shell. We're going to use the coins. You get yourself 3 pennies, 3 quarters, 3 coins, feel good in your hand, and you roll them out like dice onto the ground or a piece of paper or whatever onto the table. Now remember this, heads are 2, tails are 3. Each time you roll the coins, you're going to count up the number of tails and heads and add it all up, and that number will designate a line on a piece of paper. So your odd number lines are solid, your even number lines are broken. So if you roll a 7, you would do a solid line. You keep doing that 6 times. You take your coins and you roll them out 6 times, and each time you make a line. Those 6 lines, do them all in a column. That's called a hexagram. The hexagram is broken up into the bottom half and the top half because there's 6 lines. So the first, there are 2 trigrams. You have your lower trigram and your upper trigram. Now, none of that you probably understand, but you will when we get to the book. So I've done this already, and I rolled out a hexagram with 6 lines. I did this 6 times and made a line each time. And I went to the back of the book, to the little key that they give you in the back. It flips out, and you gotta pay attention to which lines you wrote, and you'll figure it out. So I got number 43, reading number 43. And I have that open here, and we're just gonna read it really quickly. Reading number 43 from the Book of Changes. This is breakthrough, resoluteness. The joyous lake, the creative heaven. This hexagram signifies, on the one hand, a breakthrough after a long accumulation of tension, as a swollen river breaks through its dikes, or in the manner of a cloudburst. On the other hand, applied to human conditions, it refers to the time when inferior people gradually begin to disappear. Their influence is on the wane as a result of resolute action. A change in conditions occurs, a breakthrough. The hexagram is linked with the 3rd month, April, May. So then there's a judgment, and then a description of the judgment. So let's read the judgment. That sounds heavy duty, huh? The judgment. The judgment, breakthrough. One must resolutely make the matter known at the court of the king. It must be announced truthfully. Danger. It is necessary to notify one's own city. It does not further to resort to arms. It furthers one to undertake something. So let's just find out what that means. It's a long paragraph, but it's only one big giant paragraph, and I'll read it to you here. Even if only one inferior man is occupying a ruling position in a city, he is able to oppress superior men. Even a single passion still lurking in the heart has power to obscure reason. Passion and reason cannot exist side by side. Therefore, fight without quarter is necessary if the good is to prevail. In a resolute struggle of the good against evil, there are, however, definite rules that must not be disregarded if it is to succeed. Now here's the rules. You can write this down if you want, but first, resolution must be based on a union of strength and friendliness. Second, a compromise with evil is not possible. Evil must under all circumstances be openly discredited, nor must our own passions and shortcomings be glossed over. Third, the struggle must not be carried on directly by force. If evil is branded, it thinks of weapons, and if we do it the favor of fighting against it blow by blow, we lose in the end, because thus we ourselves get entangled in hatred and passion. Therefore, it is important to begin at home, to be on guard in our own persons against the faults we have branded. In this way, finding no opponent, the sharp edges of the weapons of evil become dulled. For the same reason, we should not combat our own faults directly. As long as we wrestle with them, they continue victorious. Finally, the best way to fight evil is to make energetic progress in the good. All right, I like that final part. Now we have the image, and the image is going to be kind of like the judgment, a little different, and then we're going to have just a short paragraph to describe it. So the image, the lake has risen up to heaven, the image of the breakthrough. Thus, the superior man dispenses riches downward and refrains from resting on his virtue. So let's just get the little reading of the image. When the water of a lake has risen up to heaven, there is reason to fear a cloudburst. Taking this as a warning, the superior man forestalls a violent collapse. If a man were to pile up riches for himself alone, without considering others, he would certainly experience a collapse. For all gathering is followed by dispersion. Therefore, the superior man begins to distribute while he is accumulating. In the same way, in developing his character, he takes care not to become hardened in obstinacy, but to remain receptive to impressions by help of strict and continuous self-examination. All right, that's a lot to digest. So the last part of this is these special lines. You see, heads are 2, tails are 3. Odd number lines are a solid line. Even number lines are a broken line. We did 6 lines. That equals our hexagram. It's broken into 3 and 3. The lower 3 are the bottom trigram. The upper 3 are the upper trigram. And if you happen to throw a 6 or a 9, those are the special lines. Now, number 43, I got lucky. These are all solid lines. I threw all 7s. I rolled the dice 6 times, and 5 times in a row, I got 7s. And on the last time, I got a 6. A 6 is a special line. So we have the final part of this reading on number 43, breakthrough, we have the lines. Now we skip over some of this because you can get the special lines in any of the places, but we only got it in the 6th place at the top. So this is what this means. 6 at the top means no cry. In the end, misfortune comes. Well, I don't like that. Maybe we should skip over this. Maybe this video's getting too long. Well, this is what it means. This is what I got. 6 at the top means no cry. In the end, misfortune comes. Victory seems to have been achieved. There remains merely a remnant of the evil resolutely to be eradicated at the time demands. As the time demands. Everything looks easy. Just there, however, lies the danger. If we are not on guard, evil will succeed in escaping by means of concealment, and when it has eluded us, new misfortunes will develop from the remaining seeds, for evil does not die easily. So too, in dealing with the evil in one's own character, one must go to work with thoroughness. If out of carelessness anything were to be overlooked, new evil would arise from it. The Book of Changes. Thanks for watching.